to the show, sir.
Thank you, Mansoor.
You work with two top leading brands of your time.
That is correct.
One is BPL and of course an ongoing international brand LG.
That's right.
And in the beginning of the show, I think you can share what are your best takes from both the companies you work for.
During my tenure at that point in time, the second factory for LG was set up at Pune, which was manufacturing first refrigerator and many of the high-end products. And you must understand that the market requirements of the western and southern part of the country are quite different from that of the north and the east of the country. So the new factory was designed to make the newer products which is more suited to the west and the south. And once that was done, the great emphasis was put in. We separated our sales team, put in a great amount of trust and marketing into marketing in the south and west. And in a matter of a year, we had picked up market shares across the country. We had leadership across the country, and we were able to consolidate the position and become truly number one brand in that time.
So there's one particular aspect, we have all heard about Mr. K.R. Kim, and
yes, of course,
MD of the company.
He's a legend,
and we have all kind of stories and about his factors and contribution to the trade. Tell us a little bit about your experience working with Mr. K.R. Kim.
Well, to be honest with you, when I came in from a company like BPL into you do encounter a little bit of cultural shock when you get into an organization like Kim, and also when you work with a renowned personality like Mr. Kim, who's an industry doyen, and he was got a person with a great reputation which preceded him. So when he came in a little bit of awe. What you really appreciate, when you work with a person like him, is his foresight, his ability to understand the Indian markets. And I think, if you ask me personally, at that point in time when I was a person who had traveled extensively, but if you had to put down one person who had seen every single market in the country and traveled more, was Mr. K.R.
That's incredible.
It's an incredible thing, and he got into the markets, understood the consumer side, understood these things, and his ability to take rapid and swift decisions.
India being such a large country and being a Korean MD and in such a short span, I believe.
Absolutely.
And his knowledge on the market was, that's what everybody talks about.
Very interesting, and his ability to take rapid, quick decisions, which and is always his great thing about meeting the market. So market was always the first. The consumer was first and the second. And I think that is largely one of the reasons why LG has risen from what it is to what it is today.
That's great. So another aspect, which I believe, you have seen a big transformation and transition in terms of the network dealers. When was the time when you came to BPL in a place like Mumbai? Which year it was?
It was in 1988.
88 to, I don't know how many stores they had and what was the kind of network, where people like Gupta ji or, Sony Muni and maybe Kohinoor and all that. Today, they are with chain of stores. You have seen the generations, I think, coming and taking over, from earlier days to current level. What are your thoughts? What transition, what are the highlights, what you see which has made them, these people, to reach the level where they are today?
If you see, in the times of 1988 and 1990, at that point in time, you must remember that the network of dealers was possibly restricted to about 300-400 dealers across the city of Mumbai, including Thane. And it was the days of, I would not say oversupply, but it was a restricted supply and a kind of just about enough to meet the market. So it was really about people were able to, there were certain products which you had to wait for and so on and so forth. But as the markets grew and the markets evolved, as the cities grew larger, people started to consolidate the operations by starting multiple stores. So customers began to realize there was a time when people would travel all the way to Opera House to buy or come in all the way to Usain. So I think the people like Vijay Sales and Kohinoor and the other people saw an opportunity that they could take the store closer to the market, avoid the thing of travel and coming into the city, and give the same experience and moment of truth to the customer at various locations. I think it started with that consolidation. And of course, then came in the modern retail, much later, of course, by close to 2007, 2005, I would say, essentially. Whereas when it became that you were the brand of the store was also playing as big a role as that of the consumer. You were no longer going to the closest nearby mom and pop store and buying a product. You were really looking at a brand, so looking for deals to come. So I think that's the transition that we saw in the 10 years ago.
How do you see, sir, the current scenario? I mean, vis-a-vis what we had in late 90s. Today we have a e-commerce emerging in such a very big way, when the whole entire distribution channel has evolved to a different level. The stores which were earlier maybe a small size, today the large format or the modern retail has emerged in a very big way, whether it is in mall or in one of the prominent places in the city. And the whole dynamics have changed. So in the current situation, such a industry expert, you spend so much time. How do you see a market evolving to at a current level?
I think let's break this up into two things. One is, I think you must look at the modern trade, which is like the shop stores like the Reliance and the Chroma and Vijay Sales and so on and so forth. And then we have the e-commerce. Now they are two different categories altogether. In the large store format or the large retail format, it is today a hygiene factor for you to have a large product, a great display, and a great product portfolio to have. That is because the customer is expecting a large range to make his decision. If you also realize that while there were probably a couple of brands in the earlier times, today the number of models, the sheer number of models, there's a particular model which will suit every single requirement of a customer. So the choice is quite significant and the customers want it. So large stores it's no longer a luxury. I think it's a hygiene factor. Customers expecting to buy a product need to look at options and look for choices. So it is very much there. As far as the e-commerce is concerned, I think it will evolve over a period of time. Today, it's a great runaway success as far as many product categories like mobile phones and laptops are possibly concerned, which is requirement because the younger generation is buying these products, number one, who are tech savvy and are more comfortable transacting over the net and buying products, and who are also know exactly what they want. They know the product in and out, so they don't need to actually go and compare. So the e-commerce has been a great success as far as the mobile telephony.
I think Android mobile has played a very important role.
So today the smartphone is with everybody. They understand, they see, and the younger generation buys mobile phone. The decision maker or the large person is tech savvy, so he buys it. Whereas as far as the consumer durable product is concerned, I think we still have a way to go because it's still a touch and feel product. The customer needs to walk in and take a look at how the size of the refrigerator, the depth of the refrigerator, to get a sense and feel how it works. There are also issues on finance, issues on exchange schemes, and so a large amount of decision making actually happens at the store after the customer comes in and looks at the product. So I think as far as the e-commerce is concerned, whereas mobile telephones, I think today close to 30-35% of the market is run through the e-commerce, but I think on the durable space, it will take a while for it to get there. So the large retail formats will still play a very, very large role. And I think the small, single high street thing, unfortunately, I think we'll see a very sharp decline in the time.
We have taken an initiative, on this bringing the EFF times. The whole idea is we believe consumer durable is a very vast industry.
Absolutely.
And, if in totality, when we really go to see, people, majority of them are only talking about the gadget. And we believe gadget is just the one aspect. There is another segment which is AV. We believe the end number of products can fit in, from TVs to all the video products. Then the third category which we have kept is the large appliances, wherein we have kept washing machines, refrigerators, and rice cookers, or end of products. Then the fifth category which we have kept is the air conditioner and air products, and then kitchen appliances. Right. How do you see this segmentation of this industry, and what do you think about our initiative to EFF Times?
I think EFF Times is a wonderful initiative. Let me tell you that the consumer durable industry is a 30 to 40,000 crore industry today, and it impacts every person's life in the world. So there is not a single person who does not use a refrigerator, microwave, television, or iron or a toaster in his daily life. In fact, gadgets, there have been a lot of stores which are going on gadgets because gadgets keep changing, technologies keep changing every day, and People want to understand. I think many people do not have the understanding about the newer things like a Qualcomm, or any of these things which in mobile phones, so somebody tries to simplify this. However, I think in the durable space, this has never been done. We believe that you just go in and buy a refrigerator, look at the size of it and what it does to you when you buy it. Look at the brand and buy it. I think that people have to be educated a lot more than what it is today. I mean, if you were to take today, energy costs are going to go up in this country tremendously. True. Important thing is that a significant amount of your energy that you consume at a house in terms of electricity goes through your gadgets. So when you may buy a washing machine, you may actually not know what is the kind of power it consumes, what is the economy of the thing that it gives, or what is the 5-star rating in an air conditioner, what is the 3-star rating, what is the BI rating. So I think there is a need for the consumer who is going in to buy a product today to make an informed choice about what he is actually getting into. Today, most people into the retail outlets, when you walk in, nobody helps you with information on this time. So there, I don't believe that the EFF can really bring about a platform where you can actually get experts to give the consumer a perspective of what product he is buying based on his needs, where you can translate the product's feature into the customer's needs and probably help him buy a product which is just right for him rather than just going by the looks and the brand of the product.
Thank you so much for your acknowledgement, sir, and we hope to take the journey forward along with you. And every week have to have a guest who's from the industry, an expert, and take this to our consumer ahead. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.